So this reading is for interpretive purposes only. This is going to Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine Collective for June 11, 2026. So let's start with Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine is letting go of fear-based thinking at this moment in time that keeps her in survival mode. And as she unlearns that fear-based thinking that caused her to be out of alignment with her heart and soul, she is seeing where she's not trusting love. She is seeing where she is dimming her light in order to avoid triggering people. As the Divine Feminine lets go of that tendency to be nice and approachable, she is finding that she resonates a lot less with managing other people's emotions. And as the Divine Feminine steps into her power, she is no longer apologizing for being too much or standing out. This is causing the Divine Feminine to let go of a lot of anger and sadness that she's repressed since early childhood. I also see that the Divine Feminine is letting go of past life trauma that prevents her from being in the moment and prevents her from trusting love. As she lets go of these limited beliefs about love and union, she is coming home to herself. As she comes home to herself, she is no longer apologizing for being too much. The Divine Feminine is unlearning that need to smooth over conflict. She is becoming more comfortable with letting people be triggered. She is no longer going to be sacrificing herself in order to appease others. And I feel as though this is helping the Divine Feminine to see that it is not her responsibility to keep the peace. If she says her truth, she should not back down. And I feel as though the Divine Feminine is no longer apologizing for saying what she feels or thinks. And I feel as though as the Divine Feminine ends up stepping into her power, she ends up letting go of that good girl, the one who plays by the rules, the one who's always nice and approachable. She is finding that she is aligning more with dark feminine energy. And as she aligns with dark feminine energy, the Divine Feminine is letting go of the old timeline entirely. She is getting ready to quantum leap, and as she gets ready to quantum leap, she is feeling more peace and serenity than ever. And that's why I gave her Divine Feminine. So this is what I gave for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine is unlearning people-pleasing trauma at this moment in time. And as he unlearns that people-pleasing trauma that keeps him in that state of overthinking and anxiety, the Divine Masculine is remembering who he is as well. He is letting go of that need to manage other people's emotions, letting go of that need to be approachable and nice. I feel as though the twins are mirroring heavily right now, and the Divine Masculine is starting to actually see a lot of differences in how he approaches conversation. As the Divine Masculine clears the communication blocks that made him shut down, he is starting to see that his discomfort came from his inability to manage the Divine Feminine's emotions, but now he's starting to see that he just needs to be in open space and to hold space. So he's letting go of that tendency to want to fix things and working more on active listening. And this is helping the Divine Masculine to see how he can smooth over conflict much more efficiently. As he lets go of that fear of not being enough, the Divine Masculine is starting to see that was projected into the dynamic. And as he's unlearning that, the Divine Masculine ends up coming home to self, and he's really opening up more to setting aside his emotions and logic and just listening more to his soul. And I feel as though this is helping the Divine Masculine to let go of that tendency to just overanalyze everything. As he becomes more immersed in the moment, he is letting go of that tendency to be in his head and aligning more with his heart. And that's why I give it Divine Masculine. If you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to my channel, post updates about twin flames often. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can DM me or you can reach out to my Calendly link on my page. I will see you another time. Namaste.